Okay, the doors have opened, evidently, so it is time to get out there and take a look at more games. Welcome to the GMS magazine at Spiel 2022. This is the first of two interviews we're going to do to Zio because they have an awful lot of really cool stuff from Singapore, and I'm incredibly interested in everything you have here. There are a lot of games. How long has your company been going?
Oh, my company has been around since 2015. So I think we have been attending Spiel for 2016. Yeah, I think 2016 or 2017. But I think due to the pandemic, we had a lot of time to make games. Well, I think that happened to a lot of people. Yeah, and I guess that the Singapore board game scene kind of exploded during the pandemic. I think everybody stuck at home and started playing games. So we are excited to see a lot more game designers coming out from Singapore. So previously it was kind of like a wasteland. So we can count the number of designers with maybe 5 fingers, but we're seeing like many coming along because they're seeing that there's such a big potential in tabletop games.
So what kind of games does your company promote? Because there seems to be a huge variation here.
Okay, so our company we are in charge of 3 different divisions. The first division is Capital Game Studio, which is our mother company. So for that, we specialize in finance games actually. So you see games like Debzilla, cryptocurrency, zombie life insurance, dirty money, all of them deal with finance. So I mean, I guess that comes from our experience as a financial hub at Singapore. So we're like a Switzerland of Asia. So we tend to like money a lot. So we do money games. Okay, so another set of games that we have is that we started a new brand called Mercat Games in 2019. That is to focus on family-friendly light games with an Asian feel. So what happened was that because we wanted to, the finance games are a bit heavier to play, so we wanted to have something more light-hearted for the average Singaporean family to enjoy. So we came out with all these games at the front, like Hot Pot Havoc, Happy Dim Sum, Checkout, and Combo Com Paradise. Yeah, okay. So that is our light family game series, and then we are also representing a dozen of Singapore designers to come as a consortium to help to promote our games to the audience in Europe. And so if you see, we have 2 games here, Data Haze and Contraband Insider. Yep. So these are from our 2 designers from different studios. And then that is under the Singapore Board Game Design brand that we have at the back.
What is the board game culture like in Singapore? Because we don't know enough about Asian gaming in Singapore. What is it like to be a gamer in your country? Prior to the pandemic, we are mainly very niche. So most of the people are into trading card games or into RPGs. So it's more of the heavy gamers. The mainstream folks don't really play games other than the Hasbro games. But what happened is that I think when the pandemic happened, people started to look for games, and they started to look for lighter games. So some of the games that we are at is that Monopoly Deal and Saboteur. So I guess the pandemic created our Cards Against Humanity moment, or our Qatar moment in Europe, that we're just starting on the hobby. So most of the Singaporeans are just starting on the light games yet. So we're hoping that eventually they'll move on to the heavier games, and then we can introduce them to some interesting heavy Euro game mechanics. Fair enough indeed. Now, if people want to buy these games, of course, they will be available here at Essen. What happens after that? Do you already have distribution elsewhere?
We have limited distribution in Europe, so we are also looking out for distributors over here for localization, because I understand that localization is an important thing to do over at this part of the world. So you can also buy from our website, but right now shipping is horrendous, as we all know. So I guess the best time to get the games is during Spiel over here, and we hope that we find some distributors that can carry our games.
So if you're looking for something interesting to distribute in Europe or the US, you have to talk to this man. Zio, thank you very much indeed. Yeah. But we're going to take a look in a minute to the newer games that you just come, because they look just as amazing. So see you in a minute.